I'm a little worried for DDP in this fight. I'm not going to lie, he has some of the worst takedown defense in the UFC. I've said it before. He got taken down accidentally by Darren Till, who pretty much never grappled in his whole career in the UFC. Derek Brunson took him down and controlled him a bit. But, Derek Brunson was a wrestler, with all due credit. Robert Whittaker took him down, pretty much anybody wanted to take DDP down has taken him down, and he doesn't have the best scrambling ability. He's not very explosive in terms of, getting up and like wriggling out of positions and stuff, and that's an issue, because like we've seen what Usman did to Buckley, who's quite small. He's like 5'8", quite a small welterweight, and even he couldn't get up, and obviously shorter fighters are a little more difficult to control. So I do think that Usman's gonna have a lot of success on the ground here against DDP. But one thing that's going to work in DDP's favour, being a much bigger man, is that he can use the rangy attacks, the kicks to the body, the high kicks, which he doesn't telegraph whatsoever. His high kick is very quick, very deceptive. And again, we've seen what Leon Edwards did to Kamaru Usman, so that's going to be a very, very promising attack for Dricus. And another thing that I will say is that DDP has a lot of fighting spirit, You have to implement a near 100% perfect game plan to beat him over 5 rounds, Kamaru Usman has to literally be perfect in this fight for 25 minutes, because Dricus Du Plessis is one of them who will never ever quit, Now this is obviously not foreign territory to him now, because he spent 5 rounds, defending from the bottom against Kamzai, who's a far superior grappler and wrestler offensively to Usman. And so the fact that he's passed that test, has that experience to learn from now, and he's gone back to the lab, to work on it. I just think that, Dricus Du Plessis is going to show us levels in this fight and show us some new chinks to his game and stuff. And I think when they're out in the open, in the centre of the octagon, it only takes one striking exchange. And I genuinely think that if Leon Edwards is doing what he did to Kamaru Usman, putting him on a t-shirt, then, Dricus Du Plessis is going to be able to do that a lot earlier. I think it's going to happen in the 3rd round. So I'm going to go with Dricus Du Plessis by a brutal knockout in the 3rd round.